हाय गाइस, कैसे हो आप सब? सो होप यू ऑल वेल एंड सबको पता ही है आजकल क्या चल रहा है, रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर एंड एवरीवन नोज नाउ इंडिया इज़ गोइंग टू बी हैविंग टू मच rising prices of everything, right? Vegetables costly, petrol, diesel, everything will be costly soon, right? So इन सबको थोड़ा साइड करके अब हम एक नेक्स्ट टॉपिक स्टार्ट करेंगे विच इज़ रेडिकल ह्यूमैनिज़्म बाय M.n रॉय. ओके, ये भी एक बहुत ही अच्छा और इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है इंडियन पॉलिटिकल थॉट का. ओके, so first of all, we will start with an introduction. M.n Roy is one of the extremists of India's freedom struggle. He had made unique contribution to the political thought. Then he believed in the concept of freedom and placed it above everything. Right? The idea of Constituent Assembly to frame our constitution was of M.n Roy. He propounded radical humanism as a synthesis between liberalism and communism. फाइन, देन इट कम्स इन्फ्लुएंस. उसके ऊपर किस किस का प्रभाव था? जब वो यूएसए में पढ़ रहा था, ही केम अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ मार्क्सियन फिलोसफी, राइट? He was inspired by B.C. Chatterjee famous novel Anand. Then Savdeshi and boycott programs also influenced him. Now his important works are Science and Philosophy, People's Plan, India in Transition, Our Differences, Materialism. These are the books which is written by him and most famous among those. Okay, then first of all, we should have know about the रेडिकल ह्यूमैनिज्म मीनिंग. फाइन, रॉय ने क्या कहा है रेडिकल ह्यूमैनिज्म के बारे में? दैट रॉय डिफाइंड इट एज अ फिलोसफी ऑफ फ्रीडम बेस्ड ऑन मॉडर्न साइंटिफिक नॉलेज. ओके, देन rational and ethical as human nature. It is capable of constructing a social edifice characterized by freedom, humanity, liberalism, and justice. Now comes the fundamental principles of radical humanism. क्या fundamental principles है? It has four fundamental principles. First is materialism, then humanism, then rationalism, and then morality. So, materialism, it is a form of philosophical monism that holds that matter is the fundamental substance in nature, and that all things, including mental states and consciousness, are results of material interactions. Then humanism, it is a philosophical stance that emphasizes the value and agency of human beings, individually and collectively. It views human as solely responsible for the promotion and development of individuals. Then come the rationalism. It is defined as a methodology or a theory in which the criteria of the truth is not sensory but intellectual and deductive. Then comes morality. Roy sets its face against religion as a source of morality. It must be referred back to men's intimate rationality. Only then men will be morals potentially and voluntarily. Fundamental features. Now, characteristics of radical humanism. Man is the outcome of biological evaluation. New humanism is based on the principle that the origin and development of man is not in the hand of any external religion or natural force. Fine. Rather, a man is a result of scientific evolution. Man is the kin of creature that has evolved in the environment of this physical universe according to the certain laws of biology. Roy's views about human nature. Human nature कैसी थी according to Roy, M.n Roy. Man is a part of physical nature on account of his biological descent and lineage from matter. Man is subject to some laws as given in physical nature, and such laws are called natural laws. Human rationality is instinct. There is the instinct belief in man that objects of the experience are connected by a relationship of man and effect. Man is a rational being. According to M.n Roy, he said a man is a rational being. Roy believed that human beings are by nature rational and they have acquired this discrimination from birth. There has never been a time in human history when a person did not have the power of conscience and thinking. Urge for freedom is natural to men. According to Roy, it is a natural for human beings to have a desire for freedom, right? Everyone desire for freedom. Everyone wants freedom. Man has been fighting for freedom from the very beginning. And freedom for knowledge acquires the motivation for men. Man is the central point of everything, right? Humanism revolves around the man. Humanism is there in each and every man. Man is the main source of complete social progress. Then Roy's views about history. पीछे अपनी पुरानी जो सोच के लोग थे हिस्ट्री उनके बारे में उनका क्या सोच थी. ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री हैज़ बीन अ हिस्ट्री ऑफ द स्ट्रगल फॉर इंडिपेंडेंस. हिस्ट्री इज प्रूव दैट मैन हैज़ ऑलवेज फॉट फॉर सोशल पॉलिटिकल सोशल इकोनॉमिक इंडिपेंडेंस एंड स्ट्रगल नेवर एंड्स. फाइन, यू नो एवरी थिंग दैट हमारी स्ट्रगल कभी ख़त्म नहीं हुई. देन द पॉइंट इज ethics and politics. Roy was a firm believer that politics could not be separated from ethics. If this is done, then the freedom of individual can't be protected. But the moral principles that Roy wanted to apply in politics were not based on any religion. Roy was of the opinion that there was no need for certain principles of social ethics to make a person. Next comes criticism of radical humanism. Too much emphasis on the rationality of man, right? Roy has shown the virtue of conscience in a human being, but at the same time, no one can deny that a human being is an ideal of emotions, right? Religion has been responsible for progress of civilization and morality. Roy strongly criticized religion and said it is a major obstacle in the way of independence, right? But there is no denying that religion has been responsible for the development of our culture and mental intelligence. Fine. The relation between society and individual. हमारा रिलेशन कैसा है, एक इम्प्रॉपर रिलेशन है एक सोसाइटी और एक इंडिविजुअल के अंदर. Roy was of the opinion that man is the soul of society and he is also its creator. Roy, true about the relationship between the society and individual were not as much appropriate. Social interest is more important than personal interest. Fine. Negative aspect of freedom. Roy put great emphasis on individual freedom, and religion or state become obstacles in the way of human freedom. The notion of independence was negative. Anti-national feeling. Most important. M.n was a traitor, right? His humanism was the antithesis of nationalism. This seems impossible, right? For example, a person who is motivated by a sense of nationalism can't accept his neighbor as brother, then how he can achieve the goal of the world community? Politics without power is a dream. Powerless politics is a good idea, but its existence can never be realized in practice. Man is naturally inclined to seize power, and power is an essential feature of politics. State is necessary natural institution. Like pluralist, Roy advocates the idea that the state is an institution like any other social institution. Their idea is not acceptable. The state is an essential institution which other social institutions operate within the law. Social morality is distinct from individual morality. Roy was of the opinion that the rational behavior of a person is the basis of social ethics. It is true that a person can accept or reject theory on the basis of personal morality only on the basis of his discretion. So, last conclusion: whatever may be the flaws in the Roy's philosophy of radical humanism, it can't be denied that his interest in individual liberty was second to none. His approach to and definition of individual liberty is quite significant and beneficent.